Hi everybody, welcome to the Monday Reviews. Today we are reviewing this pad set here. Kind of abomination, honestly. These are a replica set of pads. These are kind of replicating a Team Wendy set. And they're not bad, but they're not good. So, I don't know the name. I think they're FMA. I'm pretty sure they're FMA. I'd have to look it up again. I got these off Amazon, and I was just kind of curious because I was going to grab a real set. And I was waiting for my real Team Wendy chin strap to show up. And I was curious what these things were going to be like. And I was going to build a replica build for my son's helmet, because he's got a small head anyway. Because I wanted to kind of see how the fake stuff was going to stack up to the real stuff and go from there. So I grabbed this, and once I got it in, I was kind of like, all right, it feels okay at first feel. And I initially wanted to put these in his Opscore. And with the Opscore straps and all that stuff, not the best fit. It really doesn't play well with the Opscore setup at all. And I know most of you are probably like, no shit, dude, because it's got the big old, padding in the front. This guy here, all this padding, which is, yeah, I get it, okay. But taking that out of the equation, putting all the other parts in and whatever, it still didn't really do like I wanted it to. If you didn't put the black pads on, the brown pads weren't enough. If you put the black pads on, they were too much. So I was like, well, let's see how it's going to be in a Mitch 2000. So it's exactly what I did. I got an ACH, Mitch 2000, same damn helmet, fight me. And I got one right here. So this is large ACH. Zoom us out just a hair. And, I forgot which pad is the back and which pad is the front now. I think that's the front. Either way. And I've got an Opscore X-Nape in here, so I was like, yeah, let's see how this works out. And it fit pretty okay once I got it all up in there. And it was kind of like doing what it's supposed to do. And like I said, I forgot what's what. This is probably the middle now, if I remember correctly. Yeah, I think this is the middle. I had ripped all this out before the review, because I had it all in. I think this is the middle. It goes like that. And this goes like this. And then that goes like that. Yeah, and then this goes in the back. All like that. Or some shit like that. Yeah, it's something like, yeah, it's like that. All right. So, it's kind of fit, more or less-ish. But it still just was kind of like, meh. Not the best, not the greatest. Even with it getting in here with the brown pads, when I had to put all the black pads in. Even then, it still was just not the best fit. If I put all the black pads in, it's just a little too tight. If I take the black pads out and I just run the brown pads, it's way too loose. There was kind of no happy medium with this pad set. Has me kind of worried about getting the real Team Wendy set, because I don't know if it's going to be the same way. I've heard great things about the Team Wendy Epic pads. I don't remember which pad this is copying from Team Wendy, but it is a direct copy. But I'm kind of concerned now, because I don't know if the Team Wendy pads are going to be the same way, where if I don't run the black pads, it's going to be too loose. And if I run the black pads, it's going to be too damn tight. Either way, this FMA Repro is kind of So these black pads are really firm. They're supposedly a memory foam, but they're extremely firm. Whereas these brown pads are definitely kind of memory foamy. If you see them, they push in, they hold their shape, and they kind of sort of slowly come back. And they're not uncomfortable. But these black pads on top of these brown pads, it's like kind of like a rock. It's not comfortable at all. Considerably less comfortable than most pads I've used. And yes, I get it. A lot of people are going to be like, well, they're repros, dude. What do you expect? Well, I've used a lot of repro pads and a lot of real pads. And honestly, they're kind of not terribly different from each other. And sorry, Chihuahua's barking. Apparently, my wife's home. These in particular, though, for whatever reason, once you combine these two foams together, it just becomes like a brick. And it was kind of uncomfortable. And I also may just be really sensitive. I don't know. So, with that being said, I am going to attempt to put this fake pad set in to this Opscore later with the real Team Wendy chin strap until I can get the real Team Wendy pad set, and see maybe this pad set will play better with the Team Wendy chin strap, and maybe that'll be the big determiner. maybe it'll have been better. But I am not really convinced it's going to be great for the simple fact that it's not playing well with this Opscore X-Nape in this large ACH. So, yeah, I don't know. Verdict on this pad set for me is kind of like, it's not that awesome, even though they were fairly cheap, at least for my large head. That could also be the case too. I do have a pretty big head. I wear like a British, I think it's like a 60 or 70. I think it's like a 60 boonie cap. I wear like a large boonie normally, large 8-point. My son's got a much smaller head, and I think he said this was more comfortable for him, this pad set. So, and it may just simply be the fact that these pads really weren't made for big meat noggins like mine, and they were made for smaller headed people. Mostly, I mean, stereotypically, I guess everybody in Asia has smaller heads. I don't know. But a lot of the repro stuff seems to be sized on the smaller side. I'm not sure why, but it kind of is. So maybe that could be the case because I do have such a large head comparatively, and I do have to wear like large helmets and large hats, that this pad set is just not sized for my noggin. And that could be the reason I've had such an issue with it. So if you have a smaller head, you might do well with this. Like I said, my son didn't find it terribly uncomfortable. He kind of liked it. I did not. I was like, yeah, not my scene, man. So I'm gonna order, like I said, the Real Team Wendy pad set to go with this Real Team Wendy chin strap. And I am going to be picking up a replica Team Wendy chin strap to throw in my son's helmet to do a replica build, complete replica build, to just kind of gauge the difference between the two and give you guys out there an idea of what might be better for you. Because the Team Wendy stuff's not cheap. That Team Wendy chin strap was not cheap at all. That was a very expensive item, but worth it because I need big stuff. Because like I said, I got a big ass head. Anyway, that's all I got, guys. Hope you got some of this review. Like I said, I'm pretty sure this was FMA who made this pad set. I should have pulled my notes up, but again, I'm a little foggy and I didn't think about it before I did this. Anyway, description below will have the link to this item on Amazon, and most likely there'll probably be a little note that'll pop up, or a correction will show up somewhere in this video in text form that says, yes, this was FMA or something to that nature. Probably correcting me. The editor will usually do right by you like that. Yeah, that's all I got. And if you got something out of this, please comment. Let me know. I would love to hear back from you. As always, top left-hand corner is going to be most recent video. Top right-hand corner will be a video I think you'll enjoy. That'll be in the same vein as this thing. Bottom right-hand corner is a little helmet. If you like this content and you like what I've been doing, that's the subscribe button. Punch that dude in the head and join me here, because I would love to have you join me on this journey of reviewing gear and big nerdy stuff. Until then, take care, get out there, learn smarter, not harder, and hopefully I'll see you guys on the field.